Probably one of the most accurate things Destiny has ever done on this show is correct the story that LaTisha told her. I am going to have to play more than one video here, and there will be some pausing and a couple of moments of silence. So you'll have to bear with me. But this is StreamYard, and I kind of got to click in, click out. But this video is called The Proof. Marsau meets Kyra. LaTisha has a meltdown. So LaTisha always talks about how faithful her husband is and how the two of them have never experienced any form of infidelity. And then you see her having a meltdown because Kyra says hi. And if you listen to how the conversation happens, Kyra doesn't initiate anything with Marsau. Marsau sees her and loses his breath. This man is literally smitten. The cameras catch it. And then he comes over and says, "Hi, I'm Marsau." She goes, "I'm Kyra." And that's the entire conversation. Nothing else happens. Nothing else happens except for LaTisha coming over, grilling Kyra, looking her up and down, and then having a meltdown. LaTisha, that's not the behavior of a wife who trusts her husband. That's not the behavior of a woman who has never experienced infidelity. That's not the behavior of a woman who's comfortable in her skin. I'm going to go on ahead and go on mute and play this for you.
I'm Marsau. Hey, how are you? I'm Marsau. Hey, hey, how are you? I'm Marsau. I'm Kyra. It's a pleasure. I'm in my element. Mm-hmm. This is it. Everybody's ready to love. Chocolate in the bottle. Mm-hmm. Not any of the people there, but chocolate in the bottle. Mm-hmm. Beautiful people in Houston, man. And I love it. I love the atmosphere. I love the environment. I love the fact that it was well received. Got a lot of good feedback. Just met a lot of good people. Yeah. I had to go snatch you up. I saw that girl in the red dress eyeing you. Which one? Oh. You didn't see it. I saw it, so I had to go snatch you up right now. So I just wanted to go make sure that they felt comfortable. It's all about service. Yeah. My goal is to make sure that everyone has a unique experience worth leaving home for. Is that right? Okay. I don't get it, baby. We're serving up chocolate. Well, let's make sure that's all we serving up. Chocolate in a bottle, not chocolate in a suit. Seriously. I gotta start carrying a handkerchief. Nothing. I'm good. I'm good. You know, but my thing is this. You're beautiful. It was in Houston, right?
Oh yeah, I want to ask you about that because you've been MIA. You missed my birthday brunch, my little birthday brunch.
Girl, let me tell you, these Houston girls, they don't care if you're married. They will come for your man.
Oh, I heard. They like Atlanta on steroids.
Girl, yes.
Marsau, talkative, walking around talking to everybody. So as he was walking, I see this little girl in a red dress, girl, high split, boobies all out, coming up to him, and I'm like,
Girl.
not today. We're not gonna do that. We're here for tasting, not a husband. So
Not tasting your husband.
exactly.
LaTisha can be very optimistic about her relationship and Marsau not cheating, but we've all heard the rumors about the kids being out there. So I hope those Houston women were flirting with Marsau and not the other way around.
Really got to give it to Destiny when she said, I hope those Houston women were flirting with Marcel and not the other way around. Because even without having been there, she knows LaTisha is fictitious. She knows LaTisha will make up a totally different story in her head because she can't cope. So without Destiny even being there, did she call it or did she call it? And what did Destiny say? She said, we all know the rumors about the kids being out there. There was an older kid who was much older than any of LaTisha's kids who has Marsau's face. And I guess Wanda was on Facebook wishing him some kind of a happy birthday. And then, people were alleging younger babies, right? Nothing about the younger babies has been proven. I personally saw the older kid that looks like Marsau. Uh, and allegedly, some pictures have been taken down, some accounts have been taken down, and whatever else. Marsau also made a joke about having 4 kids. He's got 3 with LaTisha, but he was like, "No, I have 4." LaTisha said something like, "We want 4." He was like, "I have 4." Um, so I'll just leave that where I put it. But I mean, here's what happens: the cameras catch Marsau. Kyra, I'm not sure how to say her name, but took his breath away. Was not worried about him. Wasn't worried about him. Was there because nephew Tommy invited everybody, the cast from that season of Ready to Love, there. They're in Houston. Marcel's coming to Houston. It's like, all right, let's fill this party with own coworkers. Kyra, whichever one is her name, literally minding her business, wore her little dress, looked like everybody else there, only maybe more attractive. But I mean, when LaTisha's like, oh, she got her split and her little boobies out, Tisha, that's all we see you doing lately. You ain't knew how to act since you got that BBL. Only Kyra didn't need one. Kyra ran track in high school. I follow her on Instagram. Oh, she's lovely. She's a lawyer. She's sweet. She's kind. She's bubbly. She's lightweight, goofy, super duper intelligent, friendly, unassuming, confident, kind of quiet, even classy, decent, kind. She wasn't checking for Marsau. Literally, Marsau's like, oh, hey, how you doing? Nice to meet you. My name is Marsau. She goes, I'm Kyra. She doesn't go, I'm Kyra. This is a lovely event. Is this you? Is this chocolate? I'm Kyra. Like, I'm just trying to be polite. And you walk over there and you mug the hell out of her. You look her up and down. You roll your eyes and you walk away with your man. How do we know this? Because Kyra had an interview and she talked about it. And Kyra quit Ready to Love because she felt like Owen didn't protect her enough. She's like, this woman is walking around slandering me as some man stealing a hoe. And I literally just said, I'm Kyra. And here's what OWN did. Here's what Love and Marriage Huntsville did. After this scene with chocolate in a bottle, after all of this happens, the cast goes to Vegas. So you know that big blow up where you planned our divorce, you planned our divorce. Don't nobody want to hear your little rinky dink shit, Beyonce. Like, you calling me Beyonce? I didn't call you Morris Chestnut or nobody, right? They invited Kyra there. Kyra, forgive me. I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but they invited her there. Production asked her to go to Vegas. They wanted to plot and plan a scene where they would all run into her, where Marsau would run into her. Did you know that? She talked about that in an interview. Part of the reason I caught the interview is because I have been so many times treated like her. Well, you're unassuming, you're minding your business, you're not doing anything to anybody. And somebody's like, oh my God, whore trying to steal my man. And it's just because of how he looked at you. And Destiny, brava to her, she's like, yeah, she can be real optimistic about her marriage. I hope that for her sake, it was the way she said it was and not the opposite way around. But it was truly Marsau initiating contact. And you have to go out to the balcony for air. And you're crying. And he has to remind you that you're beautiful. If you've never experienced any infidelity, like what are you so afraid of? Why were you so afraid of Kyra? Why were you so scared? Why were you so intimidated? Why were you so aggressive? You know, sometimes when people get aggressive like that, or even when animals get aggressive, it's usually because like there's that famous statement about how you have to back a panther up into a corner. And once its back is against the wall and it's afraid, that's when it gives you the fight of its life. So many people, we get aggressive when we're scared. We're not necessarily aggressive when we're being brave or whatever. We get aggressive, we get physical when we're scared and we feel like we have to protect ourselves. LaTisha, you were scared. You were scared of her. Why would you be scared of her if your husband didn't give you a reason to be? And you were scared to the point where you slandered her. And y'all are co-workers as far as both being on OWN together. And she quit a whole entire show because of what you did to her. You framed her as someone who was going after your precious Marsau. And the microphones pick up their conversation and all you hear is, I'm Kyra. That's it, that's all. So you want to play this game where you're on reunions talking about I ain't never been jealous of nobody in my life and there's no infidelity in my marriage and we have the superior longer marriage and the better boop 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 boop. Okay. So explain why you did this to this woman. And you didn't apologize. You didn't apologize. Even Destiny without being there. That's how you know people got you clocked and they know you who you are. Because even without Destiny having been present, she called it. Did she not? And I don't know what to do with Destiny, y'all. Shout out to you, Destiny. If you still had a friend like Mel, you'd probably make bail. I don't know if you're going to go to jail or what. Ooh, bars. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. If you had a friend like Mel, you could probably make bail. I don't know if you went to jail. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I just was watching When Tay Talks, juror number 22, and I mean, whatever with this forgery of LeBaric Dewan Williams' name on some kind of an electrical bill, and they done put her on the Crime Stoppers. Can somebody ask Tiffany if she's gonna now avoid Destiny like the plague because she's been on Crime Stopper? Is she gonna do Destiny like she did Kiki? I gotta know. I gotta know. I want to know. I'm gonna get on out of here. This is not supposed to be about Destiny or Tiffany. This is about this is proof because sometimes the proof is in you. Sometimes the proof of what is going on in your situation is how you behave and how you respond to a stimulus or stimuli, how you react, what you do. Somebody could come bang on my door right now and I would freeze. And you can tell I have PTSD because I would freeze, whereas somebody else might be like, oh, somebody's at the door, let's go get it. But if somebody knocks hard enough at my door, I don't rush to go answer it. I freeze. Because I had a situation overseas where I won't get into too many details, but yeah. So I got a problem with loud knocking. And it's an observable behavior. I freeze or I go deer in headlights. And so you can look at me and judge me as someone with PTSD. You can look at me and tell in certain situations that that's what's going on. LaTisha, we can look at you and tell what's going on.